Hello, it's Monday. Start again. I've come down to the garden this morning and my granddad's managed to get some bubble wrap. I'm waiting for a full wrap to come, 100 metres. But he managed to get a couple of off cuts, which I've managed to use for the inside of the greenhouse, so I can separate the two sections off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do one side with bubble wrap, and I'm going to do the other side with build a scaffolding net. So when the time comes, all I have to do is just take the bubble wrap from one side, then there'll be free flowing air through the greenhouse come the spring and summer months. But I'll show you what I've done so far. I've pretty much just put it together. I'm going to see how things go with it at the minute, but I've managed to get it sorted out. So that's that covered up, and I've screwed them into the sides, and I've also done them top bits there like I said I was going to do. I've also sellotaped, I've got like a thick tape which is here, so thick sellotape. I've just taped them, the bubble wrap to the other bubble wrap, so it's all nice and tight as well. And I got this given, I've got a few of them actually. It's just the advertising signs. As you can see, I actually put one up over there as well. I was going to use them as draft for the wind protection. But what I've managed to do here is find one that's just thick enough for a door for the time being. So I managed to get that on this door. So I'll go through there now. Well, like I say, what that's done is it's separated everything off. So I've got this little area to sort out. I've got some tidying up to do and stuff before I start making me shelves. I've got 6 shelves to make all together. I've put the little heater on to see what's kind of difference we're going to be making. And at the minute it is just over 10 degrees, so I'm going to give that 15 minutes, see what it's like, see how warm it does get in here, then turn it off. Should be successful like, but we'll see how things go with it. I come down the garden this morning with no plan, which is strange for me, I know, but I'm going to see what else needs to be done while I'm here, and I've got the drill, so I'll catch us with you a little while. Hello, good morning. It's been a few days, it's now Friday morning. It's been a bad week this week. My son's not been very well, so I've not been able to get down to the allotment. I'm down now. Friday, it's Friday morning. I'm down here. I've got a few things which I need to drop off, a few things I need to pick up and take home as well, because I've got my greenhouse at home to sort out. But I'll show you that once I get home and get sorted out. There's some bits and pieces to finish off on here. My granddad's going to bring the staple gun over. I'm going to staple the edges in so it's nice and tight. I'm going to put some green mesh on the inside as well and staple that while he's here as well. There's a few bits and pieces I need to do, but I need to have a look and see what's what first. I want to try and get these dahlias up as well, because they need to get up, need to get stored for the coming winter. But that's as far as I'm getting on at the minute. I've got the little heater on in there. We'll see how hot it gets. I've come inside the top greenhouse. I mean, it's 3 degrees outside today, up here in Northumberland. And I came in the greenhouse, and the little grow room, the little room there, which I've split off, sectioned up, is sitting at 10 degrees. So I'm pretty happy with that. That's just from the normal sunlight, so we'll see how things go with it. But yeah, I want to crack on. I want to see what's going on, and I'll speak to you in a bit. Right, I'm in the little grow section where I'll be building my benches and everything in the coming weeks. I've had that little heater on for about 15 minutes now, and we went from 10 degrees, just below 10 degrees. It's now up to, let the camera focus. There you go, coming up to 15. So that's, I can turn the paraffin heater down a bit. That's what's going to be warming this through until I get me fire that's in that shed over there, plumbed in, to be able to come through here and go through into the greenhouse there, the polytunnel I get erected. But that's all plans to come in the future. I've sorted this bench out as well for bring me sweet peas a bit higher, because I had them on the floor. So I've moved some stuff around. I'm getting this bench in. So as you can see, my sweet peas are pretty much all up. These are the ones that I got from Wilkinson's. That were the cheap ones. We've got Sweet Pea Horizon mixed. We've got Old Fashioned mixed, and we've also got some Skylark mixed. And as you can see, I've put between 2 to 4 in each pot, and they're all coming up very nicely. the other ones that I've put in here as well, these are show bench. I've never gone 3Ps before. I used Jeff's method of potting them up, which seems to have worked very well so far. And these are the ones that Jeff Foreman gave me. So these are the flying the flag ones. Now I'm going to end up potting these up because I didn't get these pots. I didn't buy these pots until after watched Jeff's video, and I've already planted these up, and these ones seem to be doing worse off than what the ones I've potted into the plastic cups are doing. So they're the ones that's come up so far, just in dribs and drabs, 1s and 2s. There's 2 per pot, and as you can see there's a lot here that hasn't germinated as of yet, but hopefully they give them a time, they'll come through. If not, I've learnt my lesson. Don't pot these sweet peas into these little pots, put them into the pint cup pots. So yeah, that's what these are doing at the minute. As you can see, I've put me from elephant garlic that I've got grown in pots up here. Just ignore the mess. I'm still in the process of tidying it up. And we have one coming through. We have one that's already up here. 2, 3, 4. There's 4 coming up. There's 4 pop through. I'm not worried about the others. As you see in a previous video, out of 12 cloves, there's 11 have rooted. As you can see, the roots are already starting to come out the bottom of the ones that have already germinated and popped through. There is one I spotted earlier on when I pushed it up, that the root system was starting to come through the bottom. You can't see that there. No, you can't see that there, I'm focusing. There is one of them that's starting to come through. So I know, let's say, I know the root systems are fine, so we'll just have to see what comes through them. So yeah, that's that in here for the time being. I'm going to turn that heater down, and I'm going to move on to the rest of the bits and pieces I need to get sorted today. Right, just finished off with the polytunnel with my granddad's giving us a hand putting the roof section on. I'll show you that in a second. What I'm doing at the minute is I've just got these I've got these garlic, which I had planned on leaving in the greenhouse until then, a couple of weeks in December, but they started getting a bit signs of rust, so I'm popping them in the ground here. So all I've done is my bulb planter, because they're only about the same size as that. So just went down 6 inches, put some holes on in the ground, and then I'm going to plant these in. Try to do this with one hand. So show the kids as well. All I need to do now is just shut it up, and there's a nice root system on it as well. So pop that in the ground. The soil is loose and it's damp as well. I'm doing this at the wrong time because it's damp. But I'm gonna put these other 6 in it. Then that's me done for that section, and I'll show you what I've been up to. Right, so what we've managed to get done is, the tunnel's nearly there now. I just need to put the edges on. So as you can see, we've put the beam on, gone across the middle there. So now that beam's on. It's where I want it to be basically. And it looks like I need to sort out the third hoop there. Pull it across a little bit, maybe see what happens with it, but nearly ready to go with the plastic. The plastic's only going to go to the middle section here, so it's going to go over the top, cover the sides of course, the back sections, where the bar's going to be going across the back there, so I need to sort what the bar for there, come down there, and then the bottom section, what I'm going to have is, I'm going to have some of the scaffold netting. So the scaffold netting from there down to the bottom, but that looks like it's going to be a job for next week. So what else do I need to do now on here is, I just need to dig out the sides, and put the batten boards in, down the sides, down the back, and then down that side, and that's it done, because the front section's already, I left them on the front. So I've got that to do, which I'll get done next week. I've got my dahlias to pull up as well, with the frost being what it is. I've had a few frosts now, so these are all died back now. So pull all them up. As you can see, I've got them marked. You see what they are, what they look like in any case. Oh, I've just noticed this as well. I think this was off a cutting. This was off one of the dahlias. I don't know what it was off. I just realised. I think I just plonked it in there in the soil, and it seems to be growing. It's too late now. It's too late. I'll see what I'll dig that up when I come to doing the dahlias, and I'll see what's on there. It's a little surprise. The chilli plants that's outside, of course, with the beans, so cold that the plants are starting to die back now. So I'll wait for them chilies to ripen. That's on there. Then I'll take them home and sort of do something with them. These are garlic that I haven't lifted out, so I'm trying to leave them in there and see how they get on as well. The runner beans, I need to get the Polestar runner beans. I need to get them out. They're already dried off in the plant. Some garlic I put in, 6 garlic that were outside. I've got 2 inside that haven't got rust, but I've been looking around these garlic, and not one of them seem to have a tiny bit of rust in them. So I've messed up by putting them in there, but it's done anyways. They're probably going to get rust in any case, because my leeks are over there, and I know the leeks have rust, and of course rust's an airborne disease. Onions, they're coming along. The onion sets, they're alright. They're getting there. Everything else is the same down the bottom as well, so there's not much to show you on there. I'll show you. It's just mainly the stuff up here. So yeah, I've got this to finish off. The inside of the greenhouse is done. Obviously, leeks are potted up ready for seeding there. That's all sorted through there as well. But I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go home now and do my greenhouse at home, and I'll show you how I go about doing the bubble wrapping in the greenhouse. So I'll catch us up there. I thought I'd show you this. It's a little flower bed that I made last year. Me and Sky, my eldest, seen on other videos. I've put some spring bulbs in, and we've also put some Sweet William in as well, which I got for cheap. There's some crocus in there, there's alliums in there, there's all sorts in there. So we'll see what happens when they come through. I mean, my granddad's busy been walking past, he's been scattering some seeds from his front garden as well. So it should be full of flower come next year. It's already started, like, but I'll see how things go with it. Right, I'm back at home now. It's absolutely freezing in here. So the plan is to get the bubble wrap on. This is my little greenhouse anyways, this is my back garden. So I've got what I'm going to do is bubble wrap it all out. Then I'm going to make a bench to go across there for my plants and things to sit on. Then I'll make some further ones coming down this side. I've got to get it sorted like, but this is my little back garden. My little back garden plot which I had before. These are my hanging baskets with my strawberries in, which need to go away. Should be going down to the garden when the time comes. These are my bargain buys, £1 each. Got them from Morrison's, reduced from a £5 to £1, and they've come back to life. So there's one I've just getting as well. It's £1.50 I got for that one. It'll perk up hopefully, but there's my other one as well. So yeah, all of the plants you see here reduced. See how things come. I've got to pull a couple of them out, like that geranium, which I've getting cuttings from. Taking cuttings from them ones, and as you can see, that's what these are. I took cuttings a few weeks ago, a good little while ago. I can't remember how long ago it was actually. I'll have a look to see what I mean, I just potted them in. I didn't put no rooting hormone or nothing in, so they've just been sitting in the compost there. But they're alive, happy days. There's some lavender cuttings I've taken as well, along with their ones as well. So I've taken some from my granddad's back garden as well. I took some cuttings because he had some nice yellow ones, bright luminous yellow ones, so hopefully they come into fruition next year. I've got my loganberry bushes in here, which I picked them up for cheap as well, and they're just some extra strawberries. They're my Yorkshire Giant Leeks I got off Paul Rochester. I've just stick them up and getting them ties in the day. They'll just come around. I've got plenty of them to sort out. I need to sort all of these out as well. These are probably just going outside till I get sorted out. But yeah, I've got this is my daughter's bit. I've helped my daughter put these in. The spring bulbs in the different pots over there. And I've got garlic in here, so 2 rows of garlic, and the rest all onions and winter onion, Jap onions and red onions. Little flower bed down here. Rest of my strawberry baskets up there as well. Need to sort this bit out. It needs to be done. What I did was I got 2 pallets for my daughter. I sunk them in the ground. Well, I didn't sink them. I put them in the ground, filled them with soil, and she grew some bits and pieces in there. So she's got Brussels sprouts there. Got some other stuff on there as well. I've got 2 lemon scented conifers. I got these when they were about that big, and they're now this big. They're too close to each other. I need to trim them off. But they smell lovely when you rub your hand off them. I built these beds before I got my allotment, and this is what I used prior to getting my allotment. I need to dig them out and dig them over and things, but I can just let my daughter have them. And strawberries up at the top there, I just use them for stock. Some lavender, that's where I got the lavender cuttings from. I only started off with 2 plants, so they're dying back for the winter now and they need trimming down a bit. This one's coming back to life. Must be the weather we're having, but yeah. But that's a bad garden for the time being. I've got some more little plants as well, more little plants over there. But right, the greenhouse, the plan is to get some power cable across there, and into my greenhouse. So I can have a little heater and the light and that in there as well. But that's that, so I'm going to crack on. When I get on and get this done, then I'll show you what I've done. Right, after about an hour it's taken us to get this done. It's not pretty, but I've managed to get it done. So I've gotten the greenhouse emptied out, and I've also put the bubble wrap in on the inside. It was a right pain in the backside because the corner sections don't have any grooves. So I've had to use some I've got to be very clever. It's the best I'm gonna get it. So I've got a couple of candles on, and my little terracotta pot to see what temp I'm getting. And obviously, of course, with me being in the room as well, it'll go up. But I'm sitting at 10 degrees at the minute, which is I want between 10 and 15. I'm gonna have to try and find some better way to heat the greenhouse up. But for the time being, it's already made an improvement already, and this is before I make a start with anything else. So my next job I do is, of course, tidying up a mess. The little balls, that was my son, that was little Kyle. He kept on putting them through here, so when I brought the bubble wrap through from the house, it just fell out the bottom. Yeah, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort out all my wood that I've got that's outside. I'm going to measure, get something sorted out regards to here, and I'm going to build a bench across the back of here. So a bench under there, the stuff can go underneath, then see what happens in regards to possibly making the bench to come down here as well. I am looking, of course, into getting some electrics in here, so that's to do in the near future, but for the time being, that's what I've gotten done so far, and I'm going to move on and get the rest of I'm going to try and get the other stuff built, so I'll update you once to that, or alternatively I'll try and find somewhere to put the camera, and I'll just leave it on as I'm plodding along. But I'll catch you once I've done that. Right, so I'm going to start on this bench, and it's all cut and I've put it all together. So I've got the bench top, it's all square, it's all level, it's all the right height. So basically I've gotten these bits of wood from next door. They took down an internal wardrobe. So I've taken this wood because I thought it would be handy, and of course it has been handy. So what I'm going to do with this, I just need to get something to put across the top. And then let's just have to see what I want to do then. I don't know whether I put another couple of legs in, but I'll see what I've got because I'm just making it up as I go along. But for the time being, that's it. That's not going anywhere at all because I've nailed it into the bottom as well. I've used nails for the time being until my partner gets back, because she's just popped up to go and get some long screws because the screws I had weren't large enough. But I'm going to go and have some to eat. I'll watch a couple of videos on YouTube to get some rough ideas. then I'll go from there. Right, that's me done for the day. I've done the greenhouse, I've built a bench, sorted. I've got some more bits and pieces to put on the bench. I'll have a thinking to jot down tonight, and I'll crack on with it tomorrow. But yeah, wait, that's what I'm getting done. So, simple basic structure. It's all screwed in, it's all nailed in, it's not going anywhere. Nice and solid, not going anywhere at all. These just need screwing in, these lats, or alternatively I'll just leave them. What I did was, instead of just trying to screw them all in, I've got another section, and you can see on the inside I've just put a little ledge on both sides. So all I need to do now is just slot them in. That's them slotted in. Nice solid bench. I'm going to get some blue from home. Some a bit bigger than this. But I'll get another with the top as well. I need to get. I need to do the sides, so I need to put something on the side, and this side as well. Then I'll decide what I want to do with the rest of it. But as for today, that's it's me done. I'm going to start bringing the plants and everything in. That's what I've taken out if you had to put outside. I've had the candles on. It's now still sitting at just 8 degrees. But that's from main side as well, of course. So hopefully it's a bit better. Hopefully it's a bit better, a bit nicer and a bit warmer in here as well. But as for the day, that's me sorted out. So I've got to get the rest of it sorted out as well. But I'll have a think and see what I want to do for tomorrow. So I'll catch you tomorrow. Hello! I forgot to give you an update what I was doing this morning, but never mind. It's now Sunday. It's about 1 o'clock. I've been in here for about an hour, and I've managed to, as you can see, get my bench finished. So as you can see, that's the main of the bench. I've got all the plants that were on back on again. So that's that done. What I've been doing this morning / afternoon is putting this section in as well. So like I say, all recycled materials, all stuff I got for free apart from the screws, which I've got from Wilkinson's. Just got a little bag. Where's the little bag gone? Never mind. They've got a little bag of screws from Wilkinson's. That's there, it's a little goodie bag. These, I can't remember what these were off. I think they were off a bed, I'm not sure. But I've had them for about a year and a half now, knowing that they'd become handy for as a bench. So what I originally was going to do was just put one on across the top of here and put one on across the side, this side here. But once I got started and once I got tinkering on, I thought it'd be better just to do 2 benches. So I've built 2 benches. So at the moment, what I'm busy doing is I'm busy sorting all the plants out that I got reduced. So all them ones, these ones here, as you can see, right, there we go. Mini rose from Morrison's, supposed to be £2.50, now at 13 pence. And I've noticed when I've been sorting these out that there's some new growth coming on them, which is great considering it's been absolutely freezing. So hopefully once I get the heat and everything in here, these will perk up a bit and I'll be able to keep them in the greenhouse. Because I think, to be honest, they're supposed to be indoor plants sitting on the windowsill. But I'll see if I can weather them off over the winter in here, keep them nice and warm, then see how things go next year. My leeks are in here now as well. The sun's coming through this side as well. What I've done is I've started putting them on my windowsill in the living room because that gets sun all day, so that's where my onions are. I've put some on there which are going to stay there all the time, and I'll just keep on swapping these 9 because these 9 look like they're the best of the ones, the 15 that I got. So I'll just keep swapping them, see how things go with it, because like I say, I'm going to be growing them with natural light up until I get my grow light, which I can't afford at the minute. So as soon as I can afford that, I'll get myself a grow light in, and that'll be going up here as well, and that light will be going on. Like I say, it's all new to me. This greenhouse doesn't get very much sunshine in the winter. As you can see, it's just coming through there. The sun, I've got my house here. The sun, the house blocks the sun up until the point that it comes down my alleyway. So this greenhouse only gets a couple of hours. So while I get the couple of hours heating here, I'll get them in here. So yeah, that's what I'm busy doing at the minute. I'm busy sorting out these pots and getting the greenhouse to tidy up. But I'm very happy and very pleased with me little bench that I've made, all free, all materials resourced. So yeah, that's me sort of like I say what I'll do. I want to get it. It's a little bit to go on the side there and across the side there as well. I've also seen, I can't remember who I seen it on, but for a little compost section for when you're potting up. Obviously I could make myself one, but dog bed, plastic dog bed, cover the hose up on the bottom, sorted, done, pop it on the top, just a medium one or something will do. But I'm going to bring that in. I've got one which I used to use, just need to give it a good clean, and then after that sorted out, I might bring it in here and see if it's useful or not. But as the meantime I'm going to start tidying up and sorting all these plants out, getting them ready for their home for the winter. I see I'm pleased with these roses at the minute because, like I say, they've got new growth on. But yeah, right, I'm going to get cracked on, so I'll catch you in a little while. Right, I've done a little bit of that moving around now. What I'll do is, while I've got these on, I haven't even really had a look at these myself yet, so I'll show you what I'm actually getting. So I've got 2 types of cottage garden perennials. That's what they look like. At the minute, that's one. I've got 2 of them. As you can see, that's not looking the best, but hopefully it'll pick up. As you can see, there is some fresh little green shoots coming through, so hopefully all's not lost. And I've also gotten some of Jacob's Ladder. So there's 3 of these as well. Like I say, these will hopefully pick up. Like I say, I only got these for 10p each. That one I'm very happy with because hopefully that'll stay where it is. The other 2 varieties I've getting, same again, garden perennial, outdoors perennial, is the Cordifiola and the, I'm not even going to bother pronouncing them, I can't be chewed. Get them wrong. So yeah, that's what they look like. They look healthy enough, happy days. I've got a mini cyclamen then, there as well. That wasn't £1, that was 10p. So that was alright the way it was. And I've got all of these mini roses as well. These mini roses which I mentioned before have all got new growth on. Except this one. That one there, it's got a little bit on there. Well, hopefully these will go dormant when the cold gets in here, and they come back nice again next year. I've got a little gerbera here as well. That was a gift bag, as you can see. Come with this little pot, which is quite handy. Just like I do with the bottles. The bottom of the bottles, just to store water, so they sit in the bottom of the water, so it can take in water when it wants. So I'll just left that on there where it is as well. And of course, you've already seen the mums as well. Them I will more than likely pot on, but I'll not pot them on today because it takes the majority of the day to get everything sorted out. Loganberries, I've just potted this one up to this one. Potted this one from the small one into here, and I've already had this one. This one's already got starting to shoot new shoots up. They were 150 each. I got them a little while back from Wilkinson's. And this one here was starting to shoot as well, but I'll just cover them up for the time being. But yeah, I'm happy with what I'm getting from them. I popped into pound stretchers. It was a pound, yeah, it was pound stretchers, and I picked these up before they went as well. Sadly, the slugs have been getting, the snails have been getting in here. I've hidden these now so I can try and get into them. Yep, spring flowering bulbs. I need to get these in. Summer flowering bulbs. These will go in when instructed. So from March onwards, 50p each. Reduced from 150. So I've gotten a pink one, and I've also getting a white one. A couple of them actually. So I've got another couple here as well. So there's another pink one in there. And I've also getting some gladiolas. Mixed bag gladiolas. The gladiolas I got, I don't remember where I got them from. I think they were Wilkinson's. I've got them down at the allotment. They come up lovely. So I'm going to put these in next year, but for 50p, like I say. Try them, see what happens. They're from new plants, so new seeds. So see what happens when it comes to it. So they'll be getting stored over the winter. The sun's coming here, and it's went from 6 degrees all the way up to 17 degrees. It's amazing what a bit of sunlight does, and obviously, of course, what the the bubble wrap and everything does as well, because it keeps everything nice and warm in here now. It's just a shame that we don't get the sun all day over the back here. What I've come across, what my next job I'm going to do now is, I'm going to find homes for these as well. There's obviously, of course, the strawberry plants and the geraniums. I'll more than likely pop them underneath there on that bench, just so I'll keep them out of the way. These garlic. Now, I put these in 2 years ago and just left them and forgot about them. Now, I put them in my raised bed that's outside here, the first one on here, and then they didn't come up the first year for some reason. I don't know why, but they came up the second year, and like I say, they're all just single bulbs. So I don't quite understand is the reason why they're all single bulbs. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pot them all up. I'm going to put them in these little tubs and just leave them, let them shoot off. Then when they get big enough, I'll pop them back outside. So I'm going to get on with that now and see how things go after that. And just like that, the sun is gone. I've only got an hour of sunshine in the greenhouse, and it's already dropped down 4 degrees since the sun left. So I'm going to take these leeks back in the house, but that's me done for in here for the day. Just a little bit of tidy up work needs to be done, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, like I mentioned before, flowers are on there, sorted. I've potted on these them little garlic bulbuses. Found a sneaky pack of sweet peas, which I'll get sorted out, and I'll bring some the tall pots from the allotment and I'll bring them down here. So I'll just pop them out the way. But yeah, that's me sorted out. So their garlic are done. I found 5 tulip bulbs hiding, so I've just popped them in that tub there, and I put some alliums in as well because I found some allium seeds. Well, it's not seeds, little bulbs, which are them there. So it's 2 different varieties of alliums. See how things go with them. I'm gonna keep this I'm gonna keep this in and put all my bits and pieces in, but it's handy just to slide back and forward if I ever need. That'll come in handy. So I'll just leave that on there like that. But yeah, that's me sorted out, done, happy days. Bench is done, the candles are on. I'm going to let them last 3 there. That'll hopefully warm a little bit up for the next few hours. Well, I'll do it later on, sorry, when the sun goes properly down, then I'm not wasting time. But yeah, that's me done for the day and signing off for this week. So I'm going to get sorted back out next week. Hopefully the little one's better, so I can head back down to the allotment and get the stuff down there sorted out. But I'm pleased I've managed to get this bench done and sorted out. So yeah, I've got the allotment to do. I've got a few things to do down there. I'll have to write my list up again tonight, as I usually do, and see how things go from that. But as of this week, I'm signing off, and I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. See ya.